Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. And we come in here today, come in and sit down with me. Why don't you open your Bible up to Psalm 62? That's where we're going to be today. Hey, listen, while you're opening your Bible up and getting yourself ready for a little 5-minute Bible study, don't forget to surf out to my-dailydose.com. That's our website, my-dailydose.com. You'll find all kinds of things out there, and I hope that you'll enjoy them, some of them for your reading pleasure. There's also podcasts for your listening pleasure. And some videos, actually. There's some videos on the channel, on the webpage, for your watching pleasure as well. So today we come to verses 9 and 10. This comes after the second Selah. So the second Selah divides the psalm into its third part, beginning here in verse 9. And yesterday we had the my soul waits there in verse 5, which is the beginning of the chorus or the refrain. We have that in verses 1 and 2. We also have it in 5 and 6. In 3 and 4, in that first part, he complains about the men who are, working against him. In the second part, we have him, basically making his confession. And so we're riding along, listening to the chorus, and then verse 7, and God is my salvation. And we're enjoying listening to David and his words. And then he suddenly turns to us and he says, trust in him at all times, you people. I always love that because it's always kind of a surprise. We're enjoying the poetry. We're enjoying the inner emotions of David as he writes. And it's beautiful and it attracts us and we identify with it. And then all of a sudden he turns to us like he's seen us the whole time, and he says, trust in him at all times. So this is the Spirit of God speaking directly to us, the reader, as we read through the psalm. And now we come today to 9 and 10, and let me read that for us. If you have your Bible, you turn there and follow along. If you don't, I'll be glad to read. Verse 9, surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie, to be laid in the balance. They are altogether lighter than vanity. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. So surely, men of low degree. So truly, this is a truth statement. Men of low degree are vain. Men of high degree are lies. So it doesn't matter whether you're the poorest man and the man in the most mean circumstances, or if you're the richest man and you live in the most well-heeled circumstances. It doesn't matter. One's vain and one's a lie. So you see, David takes a broom and he paints all of humanity from the lowest to the highest. Why does he do that? Because they're everyone going to go into God's balance. Now here we have the similitude of a balance. We have it here in the third line, to be laid in the balance. So God has a balance. And we know that the balance is a symbol for God's judgment and righteousness, because a true balance is going to tell you the truth. And so men are laid in one side of the scale, and God puts his hand on the other side of the scale. And what happens? They are lighter than vanity. So they don't even amount to a breath. That's how light they are. They are so light that they don't even account for an ounce. Lighter than vanity. So that the poor man might revel in his poorness. That is, he's angry and he's upset and he's got there's a lot of weight to all of his problems and afflictions. And the rich man might revel in all of his riches and his glory and his power and his fame. None of that on either side is going to make a difference in the balance. None of it. And then you'll notice how he continues this thought in 10. Trust not in oppression, become not vain in robbery. Okay, that's the man of low degree. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. All right, that's the man of high degree. So oppression and robbery The man of a low degree would probably be enticed to do those things because he doesn't have. And the man who does have, riches increasing, well, he might be enticed to set his heart upon them. But you notice how David begins this when he says, trust not. Now, where did we see the word trust before? Well, it was there in verse 8 when he turned to the audience and he said, trust in him at all times. Because the temptation here is that whether you're a man of low degree or a man of high degree, there are things that you will be inclined to trust that end in vanity. They are not going to do you good in the life to come. There is going to be a judgment, and you will be placed in a balance. And the only thing that is going to weigh something in God's sight is your trust in Him, your faith, and your obedience. It's not in your oppression or robbery or your riches or your fame or any of the rest of it. God is going to judge you based on your relationship with Him. Are you trusting in Him or are you trusting in riches? Rich America, are you trusting in God or are you trusting in your riches? Poor America, are you trusting in God or are you trusting in your riches? Answer that question honestly. And come back tomorrow. We're going to look at verses 11 and 12 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.